I'm sorry in advance for any of you that don't care for Call of Duty, which I know is a lot of you, but I felt like I needed to make this video just to get my thoughts out there. Call of Duty Zombies is something that I have played for as long as I can remember, and to this day I am still a huge fan of the mode. For people who don't know, Call of Duty Zombies is an endless survival mode against the undead. You spawn in, kill zombies to get points, open doors, buy upgrades and weapons, and you try to survive as long as possible. What makes this mode so special though is the gameplay and personality. Perk machines, fun to use wonder weapons that shake up gameplay, funny and charming dialogue between our characters, and an ever-evolving story to boot. All of these elements and more make this seemingly small side mode into something else entirely. It feels completely separate from Call of Duty as a franchise, which is why I think I love it so much. And with that being said, hearing that Treyarch was going to be developing the Zombies mode for Call of Duty Vanguard, I was admittedly excited and pretty worried about this outcome. On one hand, it meant more Zombies content, which is great and all, but Treyarch at the time of this news was still working on content for the newest game, Black Ops Cold War, so we were left wondering, how much content were we actually going to get here? Were we even going to get a map, or would we get something else entirely? Well, as we were leading up to release, we were getting tons of rumors and leaks that we were not even going to get a traditional map this year, but something else instead. People were already not happy about this, but were at least willing to give it a chance. Trailer comes out, more information is given out, and it seems to sound confusing in a way. It was just giving out a bunch of mixed signals, and people were on the fence. Treyarch were hyping it up to actually be a pretty substantial part to the game, but the information we were given was telling us the opposite. Then the game was released, people bought it for zombies, and yeah, Vanguard Zombies has been pretty poorly received amongst the community, even to the point where a lot of people have expressed pure hatred against this mode, and to be honest, I actually think that a lot of the criticisms this time are 100% justified. Vanguard Zombies is not only a step backwards from what was established in Cold War, but it also presents this very confusing aura of some sorts. Like it's trying to be something it isn't, but at the same time is also trying to be different. If you remember in my previous Call of Duty video, I mentioned the Cold War Zombies mode Outbreak, how it was an open world type of mode that steered away from a lot of what made zombies what it was. Now just take this mode, make it much smaller, and strip away all of its added content, and add in a few round-based elements, and you have Vanguard Zombies. This is the main issue of the mode. It is literally Cold War Zombies stripped away of what made it good, condensed into this extremely small unfinished package. But at the same time, I feel like it isn't all that bad as people are making it out to be. For starters, the gameplay loop isn't bad. You start off in a central area, and as you go through portals to complete objectives, the area opens up more, allowing you to access more perks and intel scattered around. Each time you enter a portal, you travel to a random area where you're tasked with a certain objective, whether you are escorting this floating zombie head or just simply holding out in a small area for a few minutes, and once you finish the objective, you come back to the central area and progress to the next round. This sounds not too bad, but the issue is that there is very little to even do here. There are only 3 objectives that you could do in a few bite-sized areas, and the only reason why you'd want to open up the areas in the central hub is just so you can get a perk. Pretty much everything you need to upgrade your equipment is in the spawn room from the get-go, so there really isn't much other reason to have these areas open. Now, you may be thinking, there must be more to this mode, right? And even if it is, wouldn't there be more modes? Maybe an actual map to play on? No, you'd be wrong. This is the entire game. This small gameplay loop with very little substance and replay value, like, there's not even a wonder weapon. One of the main features of a COD Zombies mode is the wonder weapon, and there's none of that in here. Like, are you kidding me? You can't even pause the game on solo. What? You telling me you can't pause a game on a solo match? Seriously. Let's not forget there's also no pack-a-punch camo, there's no revive animation, and I know these are just little things that don't matter too much in the end, but it's basic features that I think should have been in the game and clearly show that this game was rushed. This is advertised as a whole new mode for Vanguard that a majority of people are going to buy the game for because of the high reception of Cold War. And I've got to be completely honest here, this is not even worth $20, let alone $70. And I know that Vanguard is not advertised just for zombies, but the amount of people that are just tired of the multiplayer and only play Call of Duty mainly for zombies now, and trust me, there are a lot of us out there, including me, are almost completely left out here. If you plan to get this game just for zombies, don't. It is not worth the money, and you're better off waiting for one of those free zombie weekends that they usually do if you really want to try it out. It is pretty disappointing to see a Treyarch Zombies mode have such a bad reception at launch. In fact, the reception this game got was so bad, it was worse than BO4. Like, at least people liked BO4 at first, but with the launch of Vanguard Zombies, no one seemed to like it at all. And of course, as Vanguard's lifecycle goes on, the mode will receive a bunch of more content, and hopefully by next year it'll have a lot more positive things to say about it, but why? Why are we doing this again? Why do we always have to end up with half-baked launches of the franchise? I do want to make a point that this isn't much Treyarch's fault for the mode launching this way. Activision made them develop this mode while they simultaneously worked on their own game. They also had little time to make the mode too. They had no choice but to make something like Vanguard Zombies. You can tell the mode is unfinished and it was nowhere near ready to launch, but Activision seemed to have demanded this mode coincide with the launch of Vanguard. I really think that they should have at least pushed the mode up to the launch of Season 1 so that Treyarch could have had the time to make the mode more fleshed out. The fact that it was released in this state with Vanguard is so odd to me, and I think that's why Vanguard Zombies is such an enigma. It feels like a spin-off title than anything, but at the same time it feels like it's trying to be the next big evolution of the mode despite missing half of the depth that Cold War had. I do want to clarify that Vanguard Zombies isn't a bad mode at all, despite the negativity I've been spewing out. In fact, with the circumstances they went through to make this mode, it's actually well made and pretty impressive. But the main issue is that it was not ready for release yet and barely qualifies as a proper Zombies experience. I wish Treyarch luck with the Zombies this year, and I hope that whatever content they add this year will give us all more reason to enjoy the mode. Thank you guys for watching. I know this is a short video, but this is a video I just wanted to make while I work on my next one, which will be a review for a certain game's anniversary coming up. I'm hoping to have it ready on its anniversary date, but I can't make any promises. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I make commentary videos like this, so make sure to check out my previous content if you haven't yet. Some of you may not know this, but I actually do have a Twitter as well. I post updates there and say other dumb and idiotic stuff, so again, follow with caution, but if you want to follow, it'll be in the description below. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.